High in the misty valleys of the Himalayas stood an old monastery. Its stone walls were weathered by centuries, and within them lived Master Kenji, a monk whose silence was more powerful than words. He had trained many disciples, watched many seasons pass, and carried a presence that felt both weightless and profound. Every morning, the monks gathered in the dining hall. They sat on straw mats around a low wooden table. Their bowls were placed before them, their chopsticks neatly aligned. But among all the settings, there was always something strange. At the end of the table, there stood a cup, a simple clay cup, always empty, never filled with tea, never touched, never moved. Yet every morning, it was there. The younger monks whispered among themselves. Some believed it was for a guest who might arrive one day. Others thought it was an old ritual from forgotten times. But no one ever asked, for Master Kenji never explained. One spring, a young novice named Riku arrived. He was full of energy, curious about everything. He bowed deeply to Master Kenji and began his training with the other monks. Days turned into weeks, and each morning Riku saw the cup. Its emptiness bothered him. Finally, unable to resist, he approached the master after a meal. "Master," he said softly, bowing, "forgive me, but I must know, why is that cup always empty?" Kenji looked at him with kind, tired eyes. For a while, he said nothing. Then, gently, he lifted the cup and placed it before Riku. "This cup," Kenji said, "is for the self I have not yet poured out." Riku frowned. "I don't understand." Kenji smiled. "Each day I think I am free of pride. Then I notice I am proud of being humble. Each day I believe I have let go of anger, yet a spark remains. Even wisdom becomes a chain if I cling to it. So I leave this cup empty for the part of me that is still full." Riku sat in silence, holding the meaning. Kenji continued, "When I see the cup, I remember I am not finished. There is more to empty, more to unlearn, more to release. The cup reminds me, as long as I breathe, there is more to let go." Years later, when Riku himself became a teacher, he too placed an empty cup at his table. Because we all carry something, an opinion, a memory, a wound, a name, a pride, that we believe we've set down, but still lingers. The empty cup reminds us not to feed it, but to see it, to bow to it, and then to let it go. And so peace is not found in gathering more. It is found in pouring out again and again until even the cup is empty. True peace does not come from adding wisdom or titles. It comes from emptying the self again and again until only silence remains. True peace is not found in having more knowledge, more success, or more recognition. It comes when we put down the heavy load of the self, the ego, the pride, the need to be right, the desire to be praised. Even when we think we have let go, we still carry something. That is why each of us needs an empty chair or an empty cup in our life, a reminder that the work of releasing is never finished. The path of peace is not in holding on, it is in letting go.